Welcome to Trading Lounge and the European Indices for the 29th of July. I've got two counts on the daily chart here. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for wave 1, an A wave and a B wave here, and then a C wave down here for this. The second count that we've got is this top here being a wave 3 here. In the same instance though, it would also pull back into a wave 4 here as well. So we'll just copy that here. Oops, not that one. We want the grey one. Put that there as wave 4. And let's take a look at that wave 3, wave 4 count there. So we've got wave 3 up here. So wave 3, 4, and then we've counted this as 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 here for wave 3. And then looking for wave 4 here in this case. So if this is going to be wave B up here, for instance, let's just copy that and put wave B here for a moment. If that's going to be the case, then we would look at this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 down here as wave 1, and then we'd go back for wave 2. That's if that was B in here, because we'd be looking for 5 waves coming down in that case. So we'd be looking for 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 coming down here for that. Otherwise, we'll look for 5 waves down here and then back for wave B and down for wave C here. So really the only difference is one of them's got an extra leg in it. So it won't affect us too much, and as this matures, we'll be able to work out what's what. For instance, if this is going to be wave 1 and 2 here and wave 3 here, well then wave 3 is going to move very swiftly through here. So we need to be mindful of that and set up for that. If it's going to be a wave C, we'll still get it coming down. It will just be a little bit lazier, that's all. So our main point is to understand this area in here. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to go to the hourly chart and look at that. So as you can see here, we've got wave 1 and 2 here and 3 here and 4 here and then 5 here. So in this fifth wave here, it's probably 1 and 2 in here and 3 and 4 here, and we'll still need to see one more move down into this space here, and then we'll be looking for, in both cases, we'll be looking for an ABC pattern, probably retesting supply again at the 13,000 and then making a move lower at that point. The good news is that because we have 5 waves here, that means that we will get some type of correction here. Let's just hope that it's simple as a 5, 3, 5 zigzag structure. And because we have those 5 waves here, that means that we're going to be assured another 5 waves over here. So let's just go in a little bit closer and look at this. So on the 15-minute chart here, okay, from the top here, just squash that in. So we can have this as wave B up here, as you know, or wave 3. We'll just be mindful of both of them. It doesn't matter if you have a preference at this point. We still get the same result down here. And what we're talking about is a short trade here. So from the top here, we have wave 1 and 2 and 3 and wave 4, and then wave 5. It's a little bit clearer to see here that we have wave 1 and 2 in here, and then let's just consider all of this here as wave 3 and wave 4 here, and probably 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5. We still need to see another low here for this. I want to see that 5 waves come into play here. So once we've got that in here, then we should see a corrective rally. So taking it from this high here down to, let's just say, the 72 area here. This is all of group 2, so 65, 72 and 80 here, but of course it's 650, 720 here and 800 here, but that's all of group 2 here. The 50-60% retracement level is back above the level here. It doesn't doesn't mean that, I mean, the 13,000 is going to offer a lot of resistance here. This didn't quite get to the level here, so that means that there's sellers here, there's supply here. So that's where the resistance is going to be. So we may not even make it back to the 13,000, let alone the 61.8% up here, but we need to be mindful of it, okay? We need to know the space there. But what we're really looking for is we're looking for 5 waves in the first wave here, then 3 waves, and then 5 waves, and then you can short it. So I'll try and keep an eye on this and give another update in case we need this, because this normally gets updated Monday, Wednesday and Friday. But if I see Thursday this developing here, well, then I'll put a video out on this as well here. And in terms of shorting it, really we want to short it at 13,000 here, right? Secondly, if you can see that there's 3 waves up there but can't count them, then just join the dots, the bottom here, the second bottom here, and then look to short it on the breach of this one here. Of course, this second low here can also be a point where you can add to as well. And the importance of this is because once this second low here is breached, it actually confirms that this is in 3 waves and not a 5-wave structure building to the upside. But I feel quite safe with 3 waves here because we've got 5 waves over here for this. This here could take, just looking at these structures here, it could take 2 or 3 days to get to this point here. But this is the short trade. So we know that this is either going to be wave B here or wave 2 here, depending on how we're viewing it. But either way, we need to be short in this area. If it's a wave 3 here, then it's going to be longer and stronger than the C wave, and it'll be swifter as well. It'll be acting like a 3rd wave like this here. It will also be a little bit tricky getting through here as well, so don't over trade up here, because what you also need to do as well is from this, let's just assume it's from this top here, there will also be 5 waves down, coming down to the previous low over here, and then there's going to be a kickback from that point in 3 waves as well, back to the 50-60% retracement level, and then down again from that point. So you need to accommodate this, and you also need to build in again over here for this. Everybody trades different amounts of contracts and things, but you need to accommodate this first thing here. I mean, if you sold here, shorted here, you could buy back, 70% of it here or whatever, and then just look back to get back in. It doesn't have to be perfect, but just somewhere back up here. And this will also be, a smaller version of this here, because if it's wave 2 here, it'll be an ABC. This will be an ABC as well. But if it's wave 1 here, so just copying this over here, if this is wave 1 here and wave 2 here, then it's going to be a zigzag pattern, which means a 5-3-5 structure that pulls back 61.8% or 50. I mean, God, it can pull back anywhere between 40 and 80%, even more than that. So, yeah. Okay, I think I'll leave it at that for the for the FTSE, for the DAX rather. But just to sort of recap that a little bit on the daily chart here for a moment. Our target to the downside is pretty much the medium level here, which is 11,500. So it's quite a good space to be in here at the moment for this. Obviously, we need to gather some evidence of this. It's not like this market has rejected the 13,000 at this stage yet. We don't have a lot of evidence, but that first little 5 waves here gives us an edge into lower ground. Let's have a look at the FTSE. So if I lined the DAX and the FTSE up, then this is what it would look like here. So in this instance here, we would have, from the top here, would have 1 here and 2 here and 3 here and 4 here, and we're just waiting for one more new low here. So yeah, probably not a good idea to get involved in that too much in this next little move down through here. How far will it come down? Will it stretch down to the 6,000? Maybe, maybe not. We'll just see. It should come down to at least 6,050. If it's going to hit 50, that means that the swings will be into the 40-30 range here. The main point here, though, is like, let's just assume for a moment, I'm just taking this top here as, let's just assume for a moment that it does move down to the 6,000 area through here. That will leave the 50-60% retracement level back at this level here. Now we know that it probably won't come back to that level. It will probably be lower than that, so I'll keep an eye on it. If I do one for the DAX, I'll do it here as well, but we really want to be shorting this rally here, which will also be in 3 waves as well here as an ABC, so an A wave, B wave and C wave here. It'll probably just come back to these tops here to be more likely to the wave 4 of one lesser degree, but looking to short it from that point there. You never know though, it can always surprise you, but you know, this market has been softer, so the rallies are not going to be as high, and it will extend further to the downside as well. Alrighty, I'll just leave it at that. That's all pretty sort of clear, and hopefully I'll get a video out that we can pick up, you know, to study this particular ABC pattern here on the DAX and the FTSE, so we can get a cleaner entry into this third wave here. Alrighty, cheers.